Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Ready. Mike 3. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Kill.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 39 yards there. A big one.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ends up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
And the Colts first down. Set, cut, forward read. 49 to Mike. Let's put him on the boxes. Let's put that beat anyway. No. You got that. Right there. 49 to Mike. Watch 49.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, the 20, 10. And he will have a touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
53, Mike 53, 4,
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Watson off play action. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
49,
back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off near his own 48. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Time to go. You don't want to see.
Watson on first down. Steps away. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On second down, Akers. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more right coming. This is it. 53. 20 points down, he's coming. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Whoa. Let's go. 54.
A shotgun snap for Watson. On the move to his left. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another first and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
On second down, Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
Check tight. 55.
Out of the gun, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They run. It's Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Here we go. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 49.
They're going to look to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. Well, that's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On play action, they'll throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
It's just me and you. Mike, through it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Campbell making the catch. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
0-0, Mike free.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and through, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off of play action, it's Watson. And an alley to run. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They were reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Set. 31's the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Watson operating from the gun. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Combo. I got one. No take. Yeah, that's it. Combo. Stay it open. 0-0. Yeah. I'm coming for you, son. Go. Mike 3.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
3rd and 13.
Mike 3. Come on. Shoot.
They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
They'll try and throw for it here. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern, maybe some ball.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Sione Takitaki in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
Oh, you got deep? 31's the mic. Guys, 36. Let's go. Watch twitch.
On second and 11 now. Watson escaping the pressure right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Flush to his right. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. 23 yards, the final tally.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Mike. Mike. Record. Motion. Let's go. Hey, we got
a first down carry here for Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
It's going to be a long day. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
From the gun, Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Following the sack, it's now third and long for Watson and the Texans.
59. 31's the mic. They're going to need some therapy after this. 26. What we got? 39.
Third and long, it's Watson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 right at the 40. Johnson. Screenplay, Johnson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Hey, 55.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
31. 31's the mic. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! 31.
Now Watson from the gun. He'll throw. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on from the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. This for his running back, McCall. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down.
And the Colts first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Catch made here by Campbell. Give them 32 on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
4 down. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Anyway, go defense. Let's go defense. Come on. Here we go. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. He's coming. Don't let him go.
2nd and 5.
Hop up. Hop up. Hop up.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Target. Check.
stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
I'm here all day. Mike, 3.
They'll set up a throw. And he comes back with one complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
31's the mic. Here we go. 31's the mic. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Give me that. 31's the mic. Check.
On 1st down, Watson. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malik. Cooker.
Big baby. All day, every day.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch that in. Watch that in.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
The tackle made by Malik Hooker. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Colts' 36-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
25, check 24. That's it.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And the Colts pick it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Here we go, D. Go. Come.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking for Campbell downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but now it'll be 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Second and 4 at the 42-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. 3 down, 3. 31. Check, check. 3 down, 3 down. Check 50. Okay, score. Score.
Faking the give, now Watson. And he couldn't get rid of the football, trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, 59. 31's the mic. 31's the mic. Hey, come on, now, come on.
Out of the gun, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sione Takitaki has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
He'll return it from the 6. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Mike 3. Mike.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here's another interception. Zach Cunningham with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he's got Fuller. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Alert. 31's the
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Watson lost it, and the Colts pick it up. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play caller, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Let's go now. Big series right here.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds McCoy. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 41-yard line.
Line up. Hey, what's the ball? Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey, to the court. To the court. Go. Go.
Watson off play action. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Campbell making the catch. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They go to Johnson again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 3. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Ebron with it over the middle. The end result, 21 yards.
We got 3. We got
first down, Indianapolis.
On play action, they'll throw. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. This for his running back, McCoy. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Check nickel.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Texans defense stands tall. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin. Throwing now, Watson. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. A gain there of 30 big ones. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Houston, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Colts, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.